Walked over to the saxophone, picked the case up. The saxophone wasn't zipped in. It fell about 2 feet straight onto the floor. Well, what a start to the day. Dropped the kids off at school late because I got up late because I'm just so tired at the moment. And then I decided to let all the mums and a few dads go first because it's normally mayhem and I have a meeting at 9:30, so I thought I'll just check through my emails, it'll be fine. My battery was flat. So then I flagged down a few people and said, could I jump? I can't, I've got to go. It's just like, okay, all I need is your battery. It's not kind of like Terminator time.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Anyway, thankfully the school caretaker stopped and it started straight away, so I don't know what's up with this. I mean, I just basically left the blowers on so I didn't heat it up. I should have started the engine, I know that. It's just too early in the morning. Anyway, off to my first, it's supposed to be my day off today, first meeting of the day, and then I am going to go and pick up my tenor case, my cabine BAM case, or BAM cabine case I should say, and I've had some extra clasps added to the case, and I'll show you why.
I guess it's even diary rappies as well. Now they've got so many. Yes, we'll actually stop all of it.
See you later. So Tim had a good go at trying to get those brackets to fit the case, but they just won't. So I'm not able to modify that BAM cabine case. I'll show you a little bit more when we get back to the studio, but it was just one of those ideas. Julian Segal, who's another UK-based tenor player, showed me how he'd done it on his case, so I'll probably need to check out and get him to send me some pictures to see how he worked it. It's just trying to get that BAM cabine case a little bit more secure than what it is, because cases you have to always be careful with. I've had, where are we now, kind of like 11, 12 years ago, my Selma Balanced Action was in my BAM trekking case. Zip-up cases are really, really difficult to deal with, and I thought I'd zip the case up. I went and did some piano practice. Katie sent me a text saying, do you want to go to the pub? I said, yeah, that sounds great. Walked over to the saxophone, picked the case up. The saxophone wasn't zipped in. It fell about 2 feet straight onto the floor, which was rather heartbreaking. And I did it again, but thankfully only onto the table with the same instrument about 2 or 3 years later. So you've really got to be careful with zip cases. So this is why I wanted this case changed. If you look at these clasps here, they're okay, they're good, okay, they haven't failed me yet, but what I don't like is, it's pretty difficult to tell sometimes when they're closed and when they're not. With, you know, a priceless almost Mark VI in there, I want to make sure it's absolutely clasped still. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. They had a go in the shop, but they just couldn't get them in over this lip. Basically, if you look at this lip here, if I show you the brackets, and you couldn't get those in there with the rivet gun without ruining the case. And then these just wouldn't clasp properly. It's because I've done it before twice, and I've seen students do it as well in this room. I'm always very, very conscious about making sure. That's why a lot of the time, if you come and see me on a gig, I'll often, well, I always say this to students anyway, but I'm always like, horns away first, and I will I won't be able to talk to you. I need to put everything away, clasp it all down, make sure everything's safely away, then I can chat. It's not just been awkward, it's just been like experience of things breaking and not wanting it to happen again. Anyway, that's stuff for another time. Charlie has a play date today, and I'm going to be... the kids are always hungry when they get home from school. I'm not always sure they're eating their dinners, but I've got some mini eggs and I'm going to let them have a little mini egg hunt. I thought it'd be quite nice for his play date to be able to discover our house safely by having a little mini egg hunt and using mini eggs. So I need to go and hide those now before they finish school, and then I need to go and pick them up from school. So let's go and do... let's go and hide some eggs. So the kids absolutely love the egg hunt. I mean, which kids wouldn't? I've just found out I've been paying... I helped a friend set up a MailChimp account about 8 months ago, and they have like 5,000 to 6,000 people on their mailing list. I don't have that many. And the bills were always quite high for my MailChimp. I've just figured out I've been paying his MailChimp bill for the last 7 months. This just arrived. This is an idea, a lovely 5-minute journal book based on the ideas that Tim Ferriss talks about. So I'm looking forward to doing that, sitting it by my bed. And what you do is you write in, I've said this before in other vlogs, you put in 3 things you're grateful for, what will make today great, some daily affirmations, and then summing up at the end of the day. Really looking forward to doing that. Let's do a very quick Q&A. Gabriel asked me, how do you memorise chord changes? I have trouble at memorising chord changes. I often use iReal Pro when practising, so I've got into the habit of reading chords from there and not actually learning them. There is your problem. Try and learn songs off the recording. I've told you before, there's this story of Bramford asking his dad for, I can't remember, it was basically money to buy a real book, and his dad sent him some money to get recordings, or sent him the recordings. I can't remember the exact story. I need to check it out with Bramford. But essentially, try and learn the songs off the recording, including learning the root notes. It takes a lot longer. Things like iReal B, Real Books, everything else like that are... we think they're quicker ways of doing it. The problem is we miss out. There is a course on Cambridge Saxophone called Memorising Chord Changes, which should help you. And the other way to do it, as I think somebody else has already replied, yeah. And Anders has already said, you know, learning piano is also really important. Les asked me, hi Dan, how have you been getting along with the iPad holder as a mounted stand? To be honest, Les, I haven't actually taken this out in a gig. Had a gig on Tuesday, as you saw, forgot to take that with me. Ian says, what you've been trolled about. Sadly, Ian and everybody else, if you have a modicum of success online, or perceived to be, put yourself out there, you open yourself up to abuse. It's wrong, it's not nice, but it's just the way it is. Richard said the metal sounded outstanding, might have to try one. Definitely go ahead and try one. And Bjorn asked me, how often do I use the side F sharp key or the C key? And I asked him kind of what he was doing. He said, I meant the low F sharp key, the trill key, okay, which is the one down here. Very, very rarely. That's the end of Q&A today. Katie and I are having a rare midweek school night, date night. We've got a pair of tickets from the Cambridge Arts to go and watch This House, which is a play I saw, I think, in this vlog, but if I don't list a vlog there, it's because I can't find it. So are you enjoying your date night? Let's see. You enjoy it? Yeah? Well, well, that's all for today, so thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.